I'm going to show you what it took to make this $200,000 piece of jewelry in the Diamond District using technology, VS quality stones, and about 1,000 grams worth of gold, right? You got almost 45 carats in a piece like this. Pretty special piece, pretty special project, but it all starts out with the sketch. We really needed to take the expression of Medusa, how we wanted. We started out with what you just saw, but we worked on it until we got an angry but a clean, almost like a statuesque face. Every snake was individual. We had cobras and vipers, what have you. The bale was also a snake on that. A lot of work to get that 3D model the way it was, but once that was completed, then we started to print, and I had to inspect every single piece to make sure that everything would work and go together properly. This was another big step that had a lot of frustration, but once we got it done right, it was time to cast. So you're looking at part of the casting process, and we're inspecting the casting. Unfortunately, some things in the casting didn't come out correct the first time, simply because we were trying to save on weight, and we made some of the snakes hollow, but that didn't work because you need to make them solid. With all these crevices, there's not enough pressure. So we got that done. We recast. We got the right pieces, right? We got rid of all that porosity that you might see in something like that. We made it even more solid. That's why it came out to 1,000 grams. I mean, people don't really want to wear a 1,000-gram pendant. That's too heavy. But we had to do it. We had to make it as heavy as necessary to get all the details out from the casting. And we were ready for setting of the face. Standard setting, right? We could have did it like a hand setting when you drill the holes yourself, but that is another waste of gold, and you might want to do that with smaller stones. With bigger stones, I think it was sturdier and better to do a pre-setting. We tested a little bit of how the light was gonna look on the back end. Then here comes in my friend John, who knows this type of technology, and he was really ready to help me out and make this happen. Seems pretty straightforward and simple stuff, but we really needed a lot of parts to get this battery to really work, to be able to charge it, so on and so forth. So he was on top of that while I was on top of all of the pieces, inspecting them, making sure that they're gonna assemble properly. That was really the challenge with this piece. You have to assemble it while doing the tech at the same time, right, to get these lights and the lighting system going. So this is us setting the big stones in the mouths of the snakes. Once that's completed, every single snake obviously has its individual place. We had to put that together. So you can see our jewelers working by hand on every single snake. We were so excited to see this thing finally come together. It took so much work to get all these pieces done. And this is John. He'll explain what he's doing.
So the big challenge here is just fitting this piece of technology into the jewelry and having it work. So this is a huge piece, but the compartment that we're working with isn't huge. You couldn't buy something off the shelf. You had to make it. I had to solder all of these leads. I had to get the right battery and custom make the LED strip. And then you have to think this is going to be on this guy's neck, and he's going to be wearing this. So we had to get a battery big enough so that he could have it all night, get on Joe Rogan, whatever he's doing with it, and make sure that it shined.
So Goob really helped me out with the technology on this. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff in essence, but it's not. We used a serious cell in there that's gonna last for a long time. The Bluetooth works perfectly. It even blinks to the sound of your voice when you're talking. That's really what I'm making an example of. And it's got the on and off switch on the back. You could change the colors directly from your phone. It's just the first in the jewelry technology wise. So a project like this took a couple of months to complete, but we finally got it done on time for Flossy's birthday. Here's the client right here, me and Flossy. He's got a YouTube channel. He's riding around on his M5 having dinner at a steakhouse. But he was real thrilled, and you could see the smile on his face when he actually saw the piece for the first time, and he saw how big and how heavy and powerful it is. We did a couple of custom pieces for our guy right here. That was done, and he's Joe Rogan saw this little dinner, and this is what he had to say about it.
You know Flossy Carter?
People like to talk about like how much value in that they're wearing.
That's a lot of value. If those are real diamonds, I mean, that's got to be
Because I've heard guys...
Look at that Medusa.
So if you want to start a custom project, we could do anything in any size, any budget. The 3D printers are ready to go. It's TraxNYC.com, right? Our live chat team will be able to help you with any product. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Make jewelry, watch jewelry, and see how real production is done right here in the Diamond District. Thanks for watching.